somebody is looking for a caregiving job and you're also joining them to look for the caregiving job? Why? When you know that you have the potential to get something even better than that. Do you know that you can become a Canadian permanent resident right in your own country? That is, before you even enter into Canada, you can already have that PR card. It is 100% possible. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you who can become a Canadian permanent resident even though they have never been to Canada in their whole life. Even though they don't have any connection to Canada, you can still become a Canadian permanent resident in your own country. So I'll be using Nigeria as a case study here because I am a Nigerian, so I'll be using Nigerian often, but it's applicable to all other countries. Okay, the thing is, there are different pathways to immigrating to Canada, right? Quite all right. So one of those pathways, you can actually become a Canadian permanent resident already, even if you don't have a job offer, nothing, but you can have that Canadian permanent resident. And the good thing about Canadian permanent residence is that it does not expire, unlike temporary visas like work visa and study visa. And Canadian permanent residence does not expire. You can go into Canada, stay as long as you wish. You can come outside of Canada, but you can actually stay outside of Canada only for the period of 3 years. I think, yes, 3 years. So without talking too much, actually someone reached out to me via my email. She wanted me to explain and put her through the caregiver route, and I explained to her what she needs to do and everything, how she can apply and stuff. So I now asked her, something just led me to ask her that, what is your profession and how many years of work experience do you have? Then she said she's a retail manager. Sorry, I said, you're a retail manager, you want to go for caregiving? She said yes. Now she's been trying to go all this while. I said, why not look into express entry? And she was like, okay. No, she mentioned that she has a 9 years work experience, and that was what wowed me. And I'm like, you have 9 years work experience and you want to start go caregiver job is a menial job. Yes, the highest you can get paid is around 21, 20, 18, $15 per hour, of which as a sales manager, is this sales manager or retail manager? I think I'm mixing it up, I can't really remember. So as a retail manager, you can earn as high as you might not even be earning per hour, but if you're earning per hour, you can earn as high as $40 per hour, $48 per hour. So imagine you that have the potential of earning that much, then limiting yourself to caregiver by going for $15 per hour caregiving job. So when I advised her, I showed her how she can actually apply it, and she said she's this kind of person that, you know, she don't understand things easily. So I said, okay, instead of you doing the the express entry by yourself and making mistake, I just introduced her to a firm. Like, okay, use this immigration consultant, they are based in Canada, they have, like, you can just use them. I'm not here to market them because this is not a sponsored video. So guys, everything is not caregiver. Some of you have the potential of even getting something bigger than caregiving job in Canada right from your home country. I'm not even talking about those that are already in Canada. So right from your home country, you can even become a permanent resident of Canada, and that you can relocate easily. So let me put you through how you can do that. Please know that if you are to go for this process, I would like you to do something first. Search for high demand jobs in Canada. When you search for high demand jobs in Canada, then go through the list of high demand jobs. Check if your profession is among. Now when I'm talking about your profession is among, it's not that you would see a tech something now and you say, oh, I'm going to learn it. No, it won't work that. It does not work that way. You have to have work experience. And please, if what you have is only your secondary school certificate, this is not for you. For you to qualify for this PR, you have to have BSc, either 1 degree or 2 degrees. You should have or have masters. If you now have PhD, like, the higher you have, the higher your chances. So the minimum you should have is like degree. either BSc, BNG, BTech, anyone, BEdu, but it should be a degree. Okay, so let me just take you guys through this so you can see for yourself and see how you can actually apply to this. So let's head straight into our browser and type in ircc.canada.ca. Okay, now we are on the IRCC portal. If you know how to speak French, or if what you want is French, go for French, but I'm clicking on English. So now, as you can see, we are on the IRCC platform. This is where everything Canada is going on. Anything, if you want to check your application, if you want to do this, if you want to apply for visa, just anything at all. But we are going to come to this place that says immigrate. Okay, how can you immigrate to Canada, how to protect yourself from fraud, and what to expect after you arrive in Canada. All of this we don't need. So you can see that under here we have express entry, there's family sponsorship, provincial nominees, Quebec selected skilled workers, Atlantic immigration program. I've already made a post about this Atlantic immigration program, so if you have not applied, please go and check my I might link it to the description, in the description, so check it out, guys. There is one for caregivers, there's startup visas, and we don't need all of this. The one we are talking about today is for express entry. So I mentioned before that as an express entry candidate, you should have work experience. Okay, so on this platform you're going to see how express entry works, the documents you need to get, how to create. So it says here that, okay, how express entry works: get the documents needed, create and submit your express entry profile, express entry rounds for invitation, and this is basically the steps to getting your permanent residence. First, you need to know how it works. Then secondly, you gather all the documents from language test results to education assessment, job offers, police certificates, medical examination, proof of fund, everything. Alright, you don't really need job offer, it's just there in case. Alright, but if you have job offer, it will hasten it, but if you don't have job offer, it is not by force. The next thing is for you to create and submit your express entry profile. Now, out of all of this process, this is the most important part, and that most important part is for you to create and submit your express entry profile. If you have never done it before, if you don't have anyone around you that have done it, I will advise you to seek professional help with this. I am not talking about agents, I'm not talking about agents that advertise work in Canada 15 million, 6 months, kiniko. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Look for registered immigration consultants or immigration lawyers. They can help you with this. If you need one, leave it in the comment section. I'm going to connect you with one that are very, very reliable. So the next thing is, if your profile is okay after a draw and you are already entered into the pool, after there's a draw, if you get invitation, then you now use that invitation ITA to apply for permanent residence. Okay, that is if you are invited. A lot of people get invited. They even send invitation almost every month, at times twice in a month, I think, if I'm not wrong. So they send invitation to different categories of people. It might be nurses, healthcare workers today, it might be English speakers tomorrow. Like, they just send, next month. So they basically send they send ITA to people. So after that, if they approve your application, after you have applied for the permanent residence, so if they approve your application, then you don't have any problem. The next thing is for you is to move to Canada, and that is the end of the road for you. So I think the important step starts from getting your documents, creating profile for your express entry, and that's just the two things you need to get right: your documents and creating of your profile. Then after that, the rest is left to the Canadian government. So if you want to make use of this opportunity, please note that express entry is not the sharp way to enter into Canada. You have to go and have a lot of patience. You need to have a lot of patience because it is not fast. At times it can take 8 months, a year and a half. Like if you are lucky to take 5 6 months. I can't even promise you 5 6 months, but just know that it is not the quick way, but it is a very sure way if you have experience, if you are a skilled worker. Not that if you are a caregiver then you're not going through this pool. No, there is another pathway for caregivers. This one is not for caregiver. This one is professional skilled workers. Let me just say it that way. This one is for skilled workers with a lot of experience, a lot of educational background, with master's degree. You can have 2 3 4 5 degrees, they don't mind. You can enter into this pool. So this is it about everything you need to know about express entry. I will leave the link in the description box, so you can come here and read about everything you need to know about express entry. I wish you good luck. So please like, share, subscribe, and if you find this video helpful, or if you are not clear about anything and you need me to say more about it, please leave it in the description. And also know that for express entry you will need proof of fund. You need proof of fund. You need to show proof of fund, and the proof of fund depends on the number of your family member you're also putting on your profile. So that is, it means if you get this permanent resident, your husband will get, your children will get as well. So the proof of fund depends on the number, the size of the family. Okay, so I can't really say this is the amount of the proof of fund you need, because I don't know if you are the only one, or you have a husband, or you have 3 children, 5 children, 4 children. I don't know. So anyways, I'll leave the link in the description. Come and do your research by yourself and get to know about the things that I did not talk about. And I wish you good luck. I wish you success. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.